Join students, in last class we have done exercise 4.1 and 4.2. Now today I am going to proceed for next exercises. The concerned methods of the next exercises are completing the square method and quadratic formula. So let's see completing the square method, the steps. Completing the square method. One method we have done, that is the factorization method, as you know. Second method is completing the square method, and third one is quadratic formula. So let's see the steps of completing the square method. Equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, whatever expression given in term of x, we have to make it whole square and then we have to proceed for the solutions. Clear? So that manipulation you have to think how to make a whole square. Okay. So step number 1, first of all you have to divide the given equation by a. If a is other than 1, then you have to divide the given equation by a. A is a coefficient of x square. If it is other than 1, then we have to divide the equation by a. Step number 1, dividing by a. We get x square plus b upon ax plus c equal to 0. Okay, thereafter manipulation. Okay. Now what we have to do, in place of x square you have to write x. Thereafter the coefficient of x, that is b by a, that you have to write, and you have to multiply denominator of b by a by 2 and make it whole square. Okay, x square is given, in place of x square you have to write x, plus is given then plus, minus is given then minus, you have to follow coefficient of x, b by a you have to write, and you have to multiply denominator by 2 always, and thereafter make it whole square. Clear? So we get the form a plus b whole square. Part of b, part of a is x and part of b is b upon 2a. Then and there you have to deduct the same b by 2a whole square. The same thing you have to deduct. On a b by 2a whole square you have to deduct for balancing the equation. Plus c left equal to 0. Now why you have done this? Verification. Let's see the verification. Okay. X plus b upon 2a whole square. X plus b upon 2a whole square. Means a plus b whole square form is given. So expand accordingly. A square minus x square plus 2ab. So 2 into x into b upon 2a. Plus b square b upon 2a whole square. Okay, after expanding x plus b by 2a whole square we get this, and remaining terms you have to write, these two terms you have to write as it is, b upon 2a whole square plus c equal to 0. Now let's see, 2 cancel. Okay, that's why you have multiplied 2 with denominator. In second term of square of binomial, we have multiplied a by 2. That's why, because 2ab, so 2 cancel, and b by 2a whole square we have subtracted over here for balancing. After expanding this, we get one extra term, that is b by 2a whole square, that will be cancelled. So finally, what we get? Let's see. X square, okay, b by a plus b by a x plus c. Clear? So this is the verification why we have done this. So two things we have done here. Same thing we get na x square plus b by ax plus c equal to 0. So two things we have done. Okay, keep it in mind. One, x in place of x square you have to write x, in place of plus same thing you have to write. If minus is there, so minus you have to write. Thereafter you have to write the coefficient of x, that is b by a, and you have to multiply denominator by 2 always and make it whole square. You get the form either a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. And then and there what you have to do, you have to deduct the part of b whole square. When b by 2 a whole square you have to deduct. Okay, thereafter c as it is you have to write. Verification I have shown you. Okay, and nothing else. Thereafter transposing a, b, c are, you know, the coefficients. You have to find the value of x. So what you have to do, you have to transpose these two terms, last two terms, from LHS to RHS. So x plus b upon 2a whole square equal to b square, transposing and opening the bracket, 4a square minus c. Okay, so implies that x plus b upon 2a equal to plus minus square root, take LCM, 4a square, so b square minus 4 AC. C by A, it is C by A left, okay, C by A, dividing by A, so C by A is there, C by A you have to write in every step, so 4AC, by dividing by A, we get x square, b by ax and c by a. C by a always we have to write as third term of the equation. Okay, and thereafter you have to find where we have to show. Finally, what we get? Plus minus square root b square minus 4ac whole upon 4a square, so take out square root of 4a square, 2a, and x plus b upon 2a as it is. Okay, now you have to find out the value of x. So what you have to do, you have to transpose b by 2a, so minus b by 2a plus minus 2a, that is b square minus 4ac. Okay, thereafter x equal to LCM 2a, so minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac. Okay, in this way you have to find the value of x. So first what we have to do, you have to divide the given equation by a if a is other than 1. Thereafter two things you have to keep in mind. Okay, after dividing by a, in place of x square you have to write x. Okay, coefficient of b by a you have to write number 1, you have to multiply denominator by 2 and make it whole square, and same part of b whole square you have to deduct also, plus c by a as it is. Verification I have shown, and thereafter simplification. A, B, C are real numbers, you have to transpose all into RHS and simplify to get this. In this way you have to find the roots of the equation by completing the square method, and this x equal to minus b plus minus square root, okay, b square minus 4ac whole upon 2a, that is known as quadratic formula also. Okay, whenever you have to use quadratic formula, then this you have to use x equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac whole upon 2a. Clear? So both the methods given, I think. Now again I am writing. Third method is quadratic formula. Known as Sideracharya's rule also. Okay. So x equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac whole upon 2a. Through the method of computing the square method, we have shown this formula. Means, in other way, we can say that I have derived the formula, my quadratic formula I have derived. Okay. So x equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac whole upon 2a. b is the coefficient of x, a is the coefficient of x square, c is constant term, you know. Now there are the nature of roots. Nature of roots. Okay. In linear equation, you know, infinite solution, unique solution, no solution. These are the nature of solutions. In quadratic equation also we have the natures. Number one, if d is greater than 0, d is what? Where d equal to b square minus 4ac. This expression b square minus 4ac also known as d. b square minus 4ac known as d. Okay. If d is greater than 0, means value of d is more than 0. Okay, suppose 25. So square root 25, we get 5. So minus b plus minus 5 whole upon 2a. So minus b plus 5 whole upon 2a, minus b minus 5 whole upon 2a, both are not same. So if d is greater than 0, then the roots are real and distinct. Distinct, not visible. Not different. If we get the value of d is more than 0, then the roots for the value of x must be different and real, obviously. Second, if d equal to 0, then what happened? If b square minus 4ac, that is the part of d, is 0. So square root 0 is 0. So minus b plus 0 whole upon 2a. We get minus b upon 2a. Again minus b minus 0 whole upon 2a. Again we get minus b by 2a. Means we get equal roots. In both the cases, after adding or subtracting, we get minus b by 2a always. Means roots are equal. If d equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. And third, if d is less than 0, square root less than 0 means negative number. Okay, if square root minus 5 we have, then that is not a real number, because you know the definition of real number. If square of a number is positive, known as real number. Square of a number is positive, then the number is known as real number. Suppose 5 square 25, 5 is real number. Minus 5 whole square, again we get 25, so minus 5 is real number. Square root 5 whole square, we get 5, so square root 5 is real number. Square root minus 5 whole square, we get minus 5. So square root minus 5 is not a real number, isn't it? So if we get d is less than 0, negative, then roots are not real. Okay, whenever we get the value of d is negative, then you have to write roots are not real. Clear? Means solution does not exist. You cannot proceed for the solution of the equations. Okay. So these are the natures. If d is greater than 0, then roots are real and distinct. If d equal to 0, then roots are real and equal. If d less than 0, then roots are not real. Okay, so completing the square method, quadratic formula and nature of the roots, these are the concepts involved in next exercises. So let's see the exercise 4.3. Questions number 1. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by the method of completing the square. Okay, question number 1 first. Find the roots of the quadratic equation if exist by the method of completing the square. Now first of all you have to check the roots exist or not. When the roots exist, you have to find out if d is greater than equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0. Okay, then roots are real, then you have to proceed. If you get d is less than 0, then solution does not exist. Clear? So equation given 2x square minus 7x plus 3 equal to 0. So first of all you have to check roots exist or not. So for that you have to find d. b square minus 4ac. d is known as discriminant. The full form of d is discriminant. On the basis of d, we can classify the nature of roots. Clear? So b minus 7 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 3. What will get? 49 minus 8, 24 equal to 25. So 25. So since d is greater than 0, so therefore the roots are real. By real and distinct. In this way you have to check the roots are real or not. If real, then you have to proceed. And the question is given the same. If exist, then you have to use the method of completing the square. Clear? So thereafter you have to start the process of completing the square method as I have shown in standard form. So first of all you have to divide the equation by a. Dividing by a. A means 2. So what we get? Dividing by 2, so x square minus 7 by 2x plus 3 by 2 equal to 0. Okay. Thereafter coding x square is there, to write x minus 7 by 2. You have to multiply denominator by 2 always. You have to multiply 2, make it whole square. And thereafter we get the form a minus b whole square. Part of a is x, part of b is 7 upon 2 into 2. So then and there you have to deduct the part of b whole square. Part of b whole square, 7 upon 2 into 2 whole square you have to deduct. Plus 3 by 2 equal to 0. X minus 7 by 4 as it is. Remaining you have to transpose. Okay, so minus plus 49 upon 416 minus 3 by 2. Okay, thereafter x minus 7 by 4 whole square equal to, take LCM, 16. Visible? Okay. 49 minus 8, 24. So finally we get 25 upon 16. So thereafter x minus 7 upon 4 whole square equal to, we have 25 by 16. So then x minus 7 by 4 equal to plus minus square root 25 upon 16. Okay, when you have to use the symbol of square root, you have to put the sign plus minus both, isn't it? As you know. तो x minus 7 by 4 equal to plus minus 5 by 4. Okay. Now thereafter 1 by 1, taking plus and thereafter minus 5 by 4 implies that x equal to 5 by 4 minus plus minus 7 by 4 transposing. So 12 by 4 means you get 3, or x minus 7 by 4 equal to minus 5 by 4, taking minus 5 by 4. Now 1 by 1 you have to find the value of x, taking plus and minus separately. So x equal to minus 5 by 4 plus 7 by 4. So 2 by 4 means 1 by 2. Okay. This is your answer or rules. Final. In the process of completing the square method, two things you have to keep in your mind: that denominator of part B of binomial square you have to multiply by 2 always, and then and there you have to deduct the whole square of part of B, and thereafter simplification as previous you have to do. Okay. Thereafter, question number 2. Find the roots of the quadratic equation given in 1 above by applying quadratic formula. By quadratic formula, you have to find out. Okay. Quadratic formula means same questions you have to consider: 2x square minus 7x plus 3 equal to 0. Find the roots of the quadratic equation given question number 1 above applying quadratic formula. Quadratic formula you have to write first: x equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac whole upon 2. Okay. A means coefficient of x square, b means coefficient of x, c is constant term. Okay, so a is 2, b equal to minus 7, c is 3. So write minus b, to minus 7 plus minus square root minus 7 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 3 whole upon 2 into a means 2. So 7 plus minus square root 49 minus 24 whole upon 4. So 7 plus minus, what do we get? Square root 25 upon 4 plus minus 5 whole upon 4. Now you have to separate it. So 7 plus 5 by 4 or 7 minus 5 by 4. So 12 by 4 means 3 or 2 by 4 means 1 by 2. That is your answer. So using quadratic formula, very simple. Okay. Question number 3. Second, 1 upon x plus 4 minus 1 upon x minus 7 equal to 11 upon 30. Okay. So we have to form the quadratic equation by simplification. So first of all, you have to simplify, and thereafter you have to form the equation, and then you have to use quadratic formula. Take LCM: x plus 4, x minus 7, x minus 7 minus x minus 7 has x plus 4. So minus x minus 4, minus is there before the bracket, that's why 11 by 30 implies that x cancel. Okay, so minus 11 multiply x square minus 3x minus 28 11 upon 30. 11 cancel. So finally what we get? By cross multiplication, 1 into x square minus 3x minus 28 minus 1 into 30 to minus 30. So x square minus 3x transposing plus 30 minus 28 to plus 2 equal to 0. Okay. Thereafter you have to use quadratic formula. Before that you have to find discriminant. Okay. So d equal to b square minus 4ac. B means minus 3 square minus 4 into a is 1 into c. So 9 minus 8, that is equal to 1. So d is 1 means more than 0 means real. Then you have to proceed. So now x equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac, that is equal to d. You have to write d directly, no problem. Directly you can write square root d in place of b square minus 4ac, as you know that d is b square minus 4ac. That's why. Upon 2a. So minus b is what? Minus 3. Minus 3 plus minus square root d. d is 1. Whole upon 2 into a is also 1. Finally we get 3 plus minus 1 whole upon 2. Now separate. X equal to 3 plus 1 whole by 2 equal to 2, or x equal to 3 minus 1 whole by 2 equal to 1. Therefore x equal to 2 or 1. Okay. So first of all you have to simplify and show the form of quadratic equation, and then you have to use quadratic formula. Clear? From what problem given? Question number 7. The difference of squares of two numbers is 180. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Find two numbers. Okay, difference of the square of two numbers is 180. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Find two numbers. Okay, we have to suppose two numbers. Let the larger and smaller numbers be x and y respectively. Okay, then difference of square of two numbers means x square minus y square. Larger number square minus smaller number square is 180, that is given, and the square of the smaller number is y. So y square is 8 times the larger number, 8x. Square of smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Okay. So using y square equal to 8x in place of y square. Using y square equal to 8x in first, we get x square minus y square. In place of y square you have to write 8x equal to 180, to minus 180 equal to 0. Okay, the form of quadratic equation we get. Now using quadratic formula you have to find x. D, now d equal to b square minus 4ac minus 8 whole square minus 4 into 1 into minus 180. So 64 plus 70, 784. Okay. positive 784. So x equal to minus b plus minus square root b whole upon 2a. So minus b is minus 8. So minus 8 plus minus square root 784 whole upon 2 into a is what? 1. So 8 plus minus square root 784 means 28 whole upon 2. Now therefore separating 8 plus 28 by 2 or 8 minus 28 by 2. Okay. 8 plus 28 36 by 2 means 18 or minus 20 to minus 10. So minus 10 we have to rejecting. Okay. Then the required number one by one you have to find out. X equal to 18 we have to put in place of x. Putting x equal to 18 in second. So y square equal to what? Second equation 8x and 8 into 18. So y equal to square root 8 into 18. Okay, that is equal to 12. So therefore the required numbers are larger one is 18 and smaller one is 12. That is your answer. Okay, so simple. Done everybody? Question number 9. Two water taps together can fill a tank 9 hole 3 by 8 hours. The larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find time taken in which each tap can separately fill the tank. Two taps together can fill a tank in 9 hole 3 by 8 hours. The tap of the larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one separately. Larger tap takes 10 hours less than the smaller tap. Okay. To fill the tank separately, find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. You have to find out time taken by each tap to fill the tank. The condition is the larger tap takes 10 hours less than the smaller tap to fill the tank. So smaller, suppose the time taken by the smaller tap be x hours. Okay. Then time taken by the larger tap 10 hours less than x minus 10 hours. Let the time taken by the larger tap be x hours. Then the time taken by larger and smaller tap. Smaller, larger tap equal to 10 hours less than the smaller tap according to the conditions. Time taken by larger tap is 10 hours less than that of smaller tab. So time taken by smaller tab be x hours, then time taken by larger tab equal to x minus 10 hours. Total time taken we have what? 9 whole 3 by 8, 75 by 8. Total time taken by both the tabs together to fill the tank, that is 75 upon 8 hours. It is a question of time and work. Okay, suppose A can do a piece of work in 5 days. So A's 1 day's work 1 upon 5. Similarly, smaller tabs 1 hour's work, that is 1 by x. Larger tabs 1 hour's work 1 upon x minus 10, and together work 1 hour's work 8 by 75. In this way you have to write. So then smaller tabs 1 hour's work plus larger tabs 1 hour's work equal to total time taken 75 by 8. So there 1 hour's work equal to 8 by 75. Okay. And thereafter implies that smaller tabs 1 hour's work 1 upon x plus larger tab 1 hour's work equal to 8 by 75. Now as question number 3, you have to simplify, form the quadratic equation and then solve and find the roots. Okay. And thereafter 2 roots you get, values of x you get 2 values. So one value you have to neglect because you get either negative or such value of x does not satisfy the condition. Clear? Now it is your part, you have to solve it and find the roots of x. Thereafter give your answer in statement. Okay. Equation I have formed. Now come to exercise 4.4. Exercise 4.4. Question number 1. Very simple. Find the nature of roots of the following quadratic equation. If real roots exist, find them. For taking any one. Second, 3x square minus 4 root 3x plus 4 equal to 0. First of all, you have to find the roots. Okay. For that, you have to find discriminant D, and on the basis of discriminant, we can classify the nature of roots. So D equal to b square minus 4ac, so minus 4 square root 3 whole square minus 4 into 3 into 4. A3 B minus 4 root 3 C 4. Calculate for 16, 3 ja 48 minus 48. We get what? 0. So since D equal to 0, therefore roots are what? Real and equal. So roots are real and equal. Then by quadratic formula, find the roots. Minus b is what? Minus 4 root 3 plus minus square root 0 whole upon 2 into a is 3. Okay, so minus minus plus 4 root 3 upon 6 plus minus 0. Okay, so finally what we get? 4 root 3 plus 0. So same thing, reduce 2 by 3, or 4 root 3 minus 0. Again we get 4 root 3 upon 6, 2 by 3. So finally we get equal roots, 2 square root 3 upon 3 or 2 square root 3 upon 3. That is your answer. Roots are equal. We have already checked. Roots are real and equal, isn't it? So 2 root 3 whole upon 3 is the repeated roots of the given equation. Okay. Question number 2. Very simple. Find the values of k for each of the following quadratic equations so that they have two equal roots. Find the value of k for each of the following quadratic equations so that they have equal roots. In linear equations, you have to find the value of unknown term given while the conditions given in the questions, infinite solution, unique solution, no solution. Same manner, in quadratic equation also you have to find the value of unknown term given, that is k, in the equation while the condition by nature of roots given, that is roots are equal. Okay, taking any one. Kx x minus 2 plus 6 equal to 0. So first of all you have to simplify and form the quadratic equation, and then thereafter you have to proceed. Kx into x. So kx square minus 2 kx plus 6 equal to 0. Now it is given for equal roots. We know d equal to 0. Okay. For equal roots, d equal to 0. So d means what? B square minus 4ac equal to 0. So b square means minus 2k whole square minus 4 into k into 6 equal to 0. b is minus 2k whole square, minus 4 into a is k, c is 6. Simplify. 4k square minus 24k equal to 0. Now dividing by 4. So k square minus 6k equal to 0. Now factorize. So k, take out common. So k minus 6 equal to 0. So either k equal to 0 or k minus 6 equal to 0, then k equal to 6. So either k equal to 0 or k equal to 6. Now let's see. K equal to 0 satisfied the given equation or not? If we put 0 in place of k, so 0 into x square, so part of a cannot be negative. As per the standard form of quadratic equation, as per definition of the quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. If we consider k equal to 0 and putting the value of k here in place of k, we get 0. Okay, so k equal to 0 does not satisfy the condition of the quadratic equation. K equal to 6, after putting k equal to 6, it is okay, no problem. So we have to neglecting k equal to 0. Why you are neglecting? It does not satisfy the condition of quadratic equation. So therefore final answer k equal to 6. Okay, this much only. The quadratic equation finished. Now it is your part to do more and more questions on the basis of the same concept. Okay, now write your homework. Exercise 4.3 and 4.4 complete. Okay, that's all. Thank you and have a nice day.